You ready? Oh, it's going. Oh, shit. Flip. What? There it is. Hey, I'm live. Hi, this is Graham Elwood, the Political Vigilante. I'm trying this live stream thing. Just got the app on my iPhone, and I wanted to talk to you as the Super Bowl is coming down. This is a weird thing for me because I've watched the Super Bowl every year religiously since I was a kid. I played high school football, loved the game. From Chicago Bears fan. This is actually on a Chicago Bears upside down trash can. This is our studio. You just saw my girlfriend briefly and she didn't like that. So, so she's laughing and trying not to be noisy. It's okay, you can laugh. I don't think the 4 people watching this are going to really get wigged out if this isn't super professional. Because I tried to watch some of the Super Bowl today, and I've posted some videos. Those of you who've watched my Political Vigilante, I did one about CTE and the NFL covering it up. Bo Jackson said if he knew about CTE back when he was playing, he would not play football. He would not tell his kids to play football. And the game of football, I loved it. It's, to me, the perfect combination of strategy, beautiful athleticism, and brute force. It is so fantastic with just the game itself. Taking away the head injuries and all that stuff. Just as a game, I loved it for that reason. The strategy of it. It's 3rd and 6. Did they pass it? Did they run? Trying to outsmart each other, the offense and the defense, and the coaching and the players. And then you watched the quarterbacks, very smart people playing, the NFL playbook is like that thick and it's so amazing. But I've started to slowly over the years lose interest because of how greedy the NFL has become. They don't take care of their own players. You have players who gave literally their lives to the game to help these men make billions of dollars. And some of these players are barely, they're hobbling around. And then many of them have now killed themselves as a result of CTE. And the fact that the NFL covered that up really bothers me. And I can't participate in it. It's hard. And then I watched 20 some minutes of the Super Bowl. And I got to be honest with you, at least 13 or so minutes were ads. And so and the ads, they've done such a masterful job of tricking this entire country into talking about products. Like all anyone's going to talk about tomorrow is all of the ads. The news is going to cover, which were the good ads, which weren't. They're getting all this additional advertising to it. And I'm watching the ads and it's basically gluttony, booze, war, and oil. There were ads for mobile strike and tank fight or whatever. And this isn't an indictment of the gaming industry. I have friends that work in the gaming industry. I'm sure many of you love playing games. I have friends that love video games. My girlfriend loves playing video games. And many of them are like shoot 'em up video games, post-apocalyptic, whatever. And these people aren't like violent warmongering gun owners. There's nothing wrong with the entertainment of it. But what I'm noticing is it's really like telling us the images of just war, and then trucks and steak beer truck and beer steak truck and titties and beer titty steak trucks. And I saw there was an ad. I watched for fucking not even 20 minutes and there was an ad about how great oil is. And oil, you can use it for art, and it's in our lipstick, and it's in our life. And it was by the American Petroleum Institute. If you're not familiar with the American Petroleum Institute, they're obviously funded by the oil industry, and they are huge at climate change denying. They're putting so much money into this. And I posted something on Twitter where I said, flipping through the channels, this was true, I was flipping through the channels, came across the Super Bowl, saw this ad for the American Petroleum Institute that funds climate change denying. I'm going on a bike ride. And a lot of people liked it and retweeted it, but then some people were like, there's oil, in your bike chain and your tires are made from, and I got some dumb Trump troll, which Trumpers are just you're magnificent in how you are so predictably dumb in the stupid crap that you say. There's a lot of dummies, Hillary, Democrats, but the Trump dumbness is a beautiful, it's artistry because it's so, I know exactly what you're going to say and how you're going to say it. And I was like, that wasn't the point. I understand oil is in everything. Oil is making this camera, the plastics in this camera, oil is in all of our lives. The oil industry, as I've talked about in numerous videos, is trying to, they're evil and they don't want to, like, we need to get off of oil. There's plenty of products that have been made without oil, you know? And the post wasn't, I'm dumb and don't realize how oil is in every part of our lives. The post was about, here's an organization that funds climate change denying to protect their bottom line. And then they're releasing this ad like, oh, without oil, you wouldn't have paint for art. Oh, really? So I guess those millions of years of human beings making art out of non-petroleum products, that didn't count. And that's all the ads are. It's just buy food, be a glutton. You know, I'll give you a statistic. If you have some money just in your pocket, not even in a bank account, you have a house with indoor plumbing and some food just in a cupboard, just some cans of food, not even a fridge, you're better off than 75% of the world. 75% of the world. And look, if you're going, hey, Grandma, I just like watching football. I get it. I've watched it for years. Part of it is just getting my friends together. I've had a blast at so many Super Bowl parties where we're just laughing and being jackasses and saying stupid crap. I totally get that, but I'm just sort of, the more research I'm doing since the election, which is why I started this channel, the more I'm, you know, it's, I can't even, somebody just texted me. It's like, it's hard to, you know, ExxonMobil is now in the State Department. Rex Tillerson is the Secretary of State, you know? And so I gotta get that text out of there. This is live, huh? Exciting live. So I don't know, man. I just needed to kind of, I wanted to try this YouTube live thing, but I also just needed to kind of rant because this is a weird thing to not be watching the Super Bowl. You know, to not at least have, I've gone to big Super Bowl parties. A couple years ago, just one buddy of mine came over and he and I just ordered some food and fucked around and talked and laughed and watched TV and watched the game. And, you know, I've bet on it and all kinds of stuff. And it's just hard. It just feels, it's hard and good in some ways because I'm sort of just rejecting all of it. I understand, look, I'm not a hippie in a teepee right now, you know, growing my own clothing. I'm talking to you, I'm in an apartment, I'm using a iPhone, which is a big, you know, we're all apart. Unless you just move off the grid and are just completely out, unplugging, we're all using giant corporations and some of them are good and some of them aren't. And so I guess it's just me just kind of processing all this because it was weird. But then I went for a bike ride and along the beach and it was beautiful. And I saw just like foreign tourists and non-football fans out there. There's not a lot of people out. I've literally never been outside during the Super Bowl other than just like in someone's backyard playing catch at halftime or something. Like I've never, and so, you know, and it's also hard to like get behind Tom Brady, who's all pro-Trump, and Robert Kraft, who owns the Patriot, is all pro-Trump. And there's plenty of people in the NFL there's plenty of athletes, pro athletes in any league that are doing good stuff. They're giving money, they're helping their communities and stuff like that, and that's great. But it also just, professional sports just shows, as does Hollywood, the egregious inequities in our society. So these millionaire athletes who are oftentimes complaining about society, and then they're living in $1 million mansions. Like Kyle Kaepernick took a lot of heat for taking the knee during the national anthem. Everyone's like, you're making millions of dollars playing football. How much are you giving to charity? And since that time, he's started to give a lot of money to charity and donated his shoes. He didn't vote, which was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But I'd like to see more of that. Instead of the athletes and the $1 million mansions and the bling bling, I'd like to see him go, yeah, I'm in a 2-bedroom condo and I gave the rest to charity. You know, I'm really actually giving money back in my community. Like, I'd like to see that. That's all rich people are doing. I see this in Hollywood. You know, these people live in these big mansions and have all these cars and all this stuff. And they're like, yeah, I'm a liberal, you know, and I donate to charity. And it's like, if you work hard, you have a right to have nice things. I get that. But how much do you really need? And let's really help if we're going to help, you know, let's try the best we can. Let's maybe, did we need more bling bling? And maybe, how about a little less of that? How about a less bacon wrapped, deep fried cheese stick hot dog pizza, which I'm sure tastes great. I don't know, I'm just babbling, but I wanted to do this as the Super Bowl winds down. So if you're watching this, you're probably not watching the Super Bowl. So maybe you share these views. And I've gotten some comments from some people on YouTube and even on Twitter and stuff. Some guys going, Graham, I'm right there with you. I was a big NFL football fan and I'm kind of lost interest because of the covering up of the head injuries and the greed. It's a bummer, you know? But that's why I'm wearing my Los Angeles Sparks WNBA jersey, t-shirt. Yeah, I support the WNBA. That's what I'm a weirdo. WNBA is awesome. There's no beer guzzling idiots going at the games. Arnold isn't doing any ad time. And like at the Sparks games, they have this thing called the Old School Crew, and it's a dance team of women in 40 years or older. And it's awesome. And the whole arena like celebrates it and go, you go girl. And these women are like in their 40s and 50s and 60s and they're dancing, having a great time. And it's about dancing. It's not about, yeah, sexualizing and shake it. It's like dance. Oh, this is dance. This is cool. And these women are having a blast and you know, the whole arena's down with it and supporting it. And it's a cool vibe. And I just think about all the drunken crap I've heard guys say at football games. Some of them were me. I was a drunken fuckhead at a lot of games. I don't drink anymore, and I don't want to be that kind of moron anymore. So, you know, you guys are cool for watching this, and of course this is live now right at 7-something p.m., 7:12 p.m. Pacific Coast time during the end of the Super Bowl. But thanks for watching. Like this, subscribe, and you guys are really cool for supporting this. Thanks. Love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, it was a little ranty, but what are you going to do? It's live.